Hey guys, welcome to VegFarmTek TV. Remember some time ago when I said I was going to collect some seeds from these fine tree specimens? Well, as you've seen by my recent endeavors, growing trees from the seed takes a very long time. I've been studying some tree growing methods, and I've learned that growing the trees from clones, it's a way faster process. So what I'm going to do is actually clone them instead of growing them from seed. Now, to clone the trees, I'm going to need to make some small cuts on their branches, and I'm going to need to collect that part of the tree. I'm going to use this tool, a cutting tool, and I'm going to go here to some of these branches. You see, for instance, here this branch, it's kind of greenish, it's not full grown yet, so this is a very good branch to clone. So I would come here, is this intersection. You want to cut them in the intersection. If you're going to clone the tree, you want to cut a little green branch. You want to cut the little green branch, and you want to cut it from here, from its base, from the junction to the other older branch. Okay, you see here this one already has some fruits growing, some little lemons. This is a lemon tree. So I'm not going to cut it right now, but if I was going to cut it, I would cut it here, and then it has some leaves here. I would cut the leaves here also in half. Why? And this why? Because since I'm going to be growing the tree from this little branch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the branch inside water, this part here, the lower part inside water, and I'm going to peel it with a little knife here so it can grow some roots. I'm going to place branches like this inside water and grow roots on them. Alright? And why do I cut the leaves? Because if you don't cut the leaves and you leave them here, the plant, the branch energy, the nutrients are going to go to the leaf development instead of going to the root development. All right, so if I place this under the water to grow the root, I want to cut here the leaves so that the leaves are not growing anymore, and what's going to grow is the root. All right, now I'm going to do this here on this lemon tree, but I'm also going to collect branches from other trees, because here in my family's garden there's a lot of trees. There's lemon trees, orange trees, fig trees, berry trees, apple trees, peach trees. What's the other name? The other fruits? I don't remember in English, but it's plum trees. There's a lot of different types of trees, so I'm going to collect. There's even tea trees. They have some tea trees over there. I don't lime. It's kind of a lime tea. Lime, it has a little lime taste, but the tea is made from leaves. It's this tree that has leaves. I'll show you. I'm going to show you in the video. There's a lot of trees here, so I'm going to collect twigs, branches from all of them, and use them to clone trees. Now, what's great about this cloning process, this cloning method? It's great because it's way faster. As you can see here, if I'm going to use this branch to clone the tree, the branch, once the root is grown, the branch starts growing other branches, and you can place it in the vase right away with dirt, and then it starts growing leaves and starts growing fruits right away. Okay, this is the big advantage of growing tree from cloning, with cloning method, because the tree grows way faster and starts giving fruits right away. After like a year, the tree is already giving fruits, or less than a year, it's giving fruits. If you are to grow trees from the seed like I was doing before with the avocado seeds, this takes a very long time. It can take up to like 10 or 15 years until the tree gives fruits, and sometimes the tree won't give any fruit, because with the seed you don't know what to expect from the tree. All right, because the seed is like say for instance you were to clone a person or an animal. With with normal reproduction. The seed, the new baby animal or human baby, it's the product of the mother and the father. But with cloning, so you never know what's going to be born, what is the product, because there's genetics mixing. Okay, but with the clone, if you were to clone an animal or a person, it's with a tree, it's the same thing. If you clone the tree, the new clone will be exactly the same, not exactly the same, but it will be very similar to the tree where you cut the branch from. All right, that's what's great about cloning. The tree will be identical, so you are assured that the tree will give fruits. And you are assured that if you want to create a tree that's exactly the same tree with the same kind of fruit, if you clone it, you will know that the tree that you're growing will have the same kind of fruit. If you take the seed and you sprout the seed, it will be unknown. You will not know what kind of fruit that is, because it will be a new type of tree. Okay, it will be a product. Say for instance, this tree here has the lemons, and the lemons have seeds inside of them, but those seeds, they are products of fertilization, and that fertilization is done along this tree with other trees that are here. All right, so you don't know what's going to come out of that. With the cloning, you know what's going to come out. So that's the method that I'm going to use, because it's faster, and I can be sure that the trees that I'm growing will give the same fruits as the parent trees where I cut the branches from. Okay, you guys see this big tree here? This is a berry tree. I don't know if you can see the berries up there. I don't know if you can see them, but the tree has a lot of berries. Some black berries, some red berries too. Maybe I can get a close up. Try to get a close up. Can you see them there on the branches? Maybe not, because this is a bit unfocused. But here, see there, little berry, red berry. See here, these big berries, black berries. These are very good to eat. See, you can eat them like this, no problem. Really tasty, really sweet, really good. The white ones and the red ones are kind of bitter, but the white ones are the sweetest, really sweet. Not sure if this one has any white ones. I think it's only red and black. The black ones, the red ones here, the red ones also good, but the white ones are the sweetest. This one also good. Oh. Actually not, these red ones are kind of bitter, but the black ones are good, and the white ones are really good too. See here, I'm going to cut some wigs out of this one here. Maybe this I could cut. I don't need too big of a wig, because what I want to do is I want to grow the roots. So any wig, as long as it's not completely dark, as long as you can see that it's green, it's still greenish, you can cut it. I can cut it if it's still green. I can cut it. Here, let me grab the tool here. For instance, say I was going to cut a little root. Okay, this one here, for instance, you see this one is still too green, but I could cut here. For instance, I could cut this one here, like this, or cut it here at the intersection, and then cut these intersections also here, so you make sure that they don't grow, then start growing little branches. You want the root to grow, not branches or leaves. You cut all the leaves, just leave like 1 or 2 leaves at half. Cut the leaves in half like this. Just leave them there at half. Everything that you have here, these little junctions here, you cut this all out. You cut them out, because are gonna grow new branches from this, so you want to cut them away. What you want to grow is the root. Okay, so you guys see, good tree here, good berry tree, very big. Here, this one, I'm not sure what kind of tree is this, but this is some kind of flower tree. Over there's some orange trees. Here the well. Here next to this tank, there's the tea tree that I was talking to you about before. This is a little tea tree. Right now it's kind of dry, it's not been watered, so it didn't grow too much. It has been cut before. I think my grandparents cut it before, probably to clone as well. They've done a lot of cloning and cross tree growing in the past. But here I can still cut some wigs out of it and make clones out of it. These little wigs, I can cut them and I can try to grow roots on them, and then place them in vases and make new trees. This tree is very good. It tastes kind of lime. I don't know the name in English, but in Portuguese is chá doce lima. It's kind of like a lime tree, a lime tea. It's very good. With a little bit of sugar, it tastes really nice, and it's good for the cold, etc. This here is an olive tree. I'm considering to grow some olive trees as well. All right, so I'm going to collect samples and to clone as many kinds of trees that as I can. All right, so I get a good amount of knowledge on them, and also so that I can get my tree growing business going. All right, over there, there's a big fig tree. They have many of them over here in the garden. There's even some palm trees, but those palm trees don't have fruits. Here, these pine trees as well. They give some pine seeds, but I'm not interested in growing them because I think this takes too long to grow, and the fruit is not that great. It doesn't give great fruits. I'm just interested in growing trees that give good fruits. All right. This here is a fig tree. I'm also going to be doing cloning from it. Alright. I will have to select wigs. Not too green like this here, but also not too dark. You want to get them at the middle. You want to get them between green and kind of like this here, between green and mature and brown. Not too brown, but also not too green. See here. I think I will get some thin ones that I see that they are new. If I see they are new, maybe I'll get them. This tree here is quite different from the other one that we were seeing before, as you can see. So maybe here, for instance, you see this little part here. Maybe this is too short. But something like this, for instance, something like this here, this branch, it's not too green, but it's also not too brown. It's not like this, or not like that. So it's still kind of green. So I would cut it here with the tool, and then cut the leaves out. Make it here. Take this little bit of plant skin here, exposed the inside, so it can root. All right, and place this inside the water. That's what I'm going to do. There's some more trees here. This here, I think it's a peach tree. It also has not been watered too much, so you can see it doesn't have too many leaves, too many branches. But I'm pretty sure this is a peach tree. You see here the little fruits. Yeah, this is a red apple. No, not red apple. It's I don't know how to say in English, but in Portuguese it's a romã. It's a romã tree. These red fruits. You see that those round red fruits that have these little red grains inside. This tree grows that. All right, as you can see here, it's a red fruit tree. Will grow red fruits. I think I'm not completely sure, but I think it's that. I think by the little fruits, this is not peaches. I think this is the red fruit. Over here, I know that there's some apple trees and some peach trees. Also, this one here, I'm not sure. It doesn't have any leaves now. It must be dead. Probably died without water. It's not been watered for a long time. My grandparents don't work here anymore. They don't do the vine. They don't do anything. So the last person working here was me, but I couldn't work here anymore because I ran into some conflicts with them. So I've decided that it would be better for me to leave than to create problems. Here, this is a peach. No, this is plums. You see here, green plums, plum tree. See, they're still growing. They're not mature yet. This is plums, plum tree. Over there, there's orange tree here on the side. This here is orange tree. Also, is not in the best shape. Has not been watered, and also sometimes I came here to pick oranges and stuff, but right now the tree has been picked and is waiting. The remaining ones are already drying out, so it's waiting for new ones to come. It gives fruit two times a year, so right now it's in the middle of the new fruit season. This is the peach tree. You see, little peaches. Also, they're not growing too well because it's not being watered. As you can see, it's here drying in the sun. So, but it still has peaches because the root is deep on the ground and it still gets some water from the rain, etc. See here, these peaches, peach tree with good peaches. They're going. No, wait. Actually, I think this is plums as well. Yeah, this is plums. This is not peach. This is plums. They're almost mature. They're already red. Yeah, this is plums. But there's peach trees already also here somewhere. You see there? This tree was crossbreed. It's a crossbreed. They cloned it with another twig from another tree, so it gave in one branch. There's two branches coming out of the base. One of them was cloned. In one you have plums, and on the other one you have peaches. Peaches? No. Apples. I think this looks like apples or peaches. I'm not sure. This still green. It's hard to tell. Maybe peaches. Yeah, those are peaches definitely. Yeah, those are. I think. Well, not sure, but I think they're peaches. Peaches or apples. Well, not sure. Okay, we'll have to see later when they grow a little bit more. The form looks like peach form, but also the skin looks like apple. So I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm going to clone this one too. These two branches. I cut branches from both of them. And these ones here, I'm not sure what they're of. This one doesn't have anything. Must be dead. Must have dried out. This one here doesn't have fruits as well. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is, but no, this one is the peach tree. See, peach has fur. The peach have fur. This one here is definitely a peach tree. The other one might be an apple. Might be apple tree. This one is peach. You see the peaches. They're kind of dry. Not too many, and the tree is almost dead. No water. So they're peaches. Yeah. You see, lots of trees here. So I'm going to collect samples from a lot of them.